Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Reese and this is Tools on Tools, and today we have a new tool. I just went out and bought this, not sponsored by Milwaukee at all, but if you are watching, hit me up, Milwaukee. I'd love to review your tools. But here we've got the M12 cordless multi-tool, and it's a 12 volt as the M12 explains, and this is the unboxing, so we'll get right into the thick of it. Over here, just pop the little end there and we'll see what's what. Alright, so we've got some sanding paper. That's a good start, Milwaukee. Now I have to mention, this cost $134 Australian, so it's incredibly cheap compared to the alternatives when you go up to the 18 volt range. So I was looking at a DeWalt range because as you can see in the back here, I love DeWalt. I've got all their range, but their multi-tool is $289, and I couldn't justify it for the small jobs that I was going to do. If I was going to use it every day, of course, I would go up to the bigger multi-tool, and given that it's 20 volt or 18 here in Australia, it probably has a lot more power than this, but for what I need, 12 volt should be plenty. So we'll continue with the unboxing. Alright, so here's the unit here. So it's got some good weight to it. Alright, so that looks pretty fantastic. We'll pop that here. We've got a booklet, their M12 line. So it's so it's got a guide to the all their tools and what they do, the lights, heated jackets, all that sort of stuff. Great little look through if you're a big fan of the M12 line like I am. What else? Alright, so we have General Safety Rules pamphlet. We have a warranty. Always good to fill this out. Not typically necessary. All the warranties that I've done here in Australia myself, I've never had to fill this out unless you want to send it back. But if you take your receipt back to the place of purchase, of course warranty is always covered at the store. And then it's got the guide. So this model here is the C12 MT-0, and yeah, it's got all the how to use, how to apply bits, how to take the this isn't a tool-free multi-tool, so you do need an Allen key, which I'll have a look. Okay, yeah, so it does include the Allen key, and that is to get this little piece out here, and then you can attach your pieces. Yeah, so it's got the instructions on how to do that, how to apply your sandpaper to the bit that's here. So it does have the included adapter here for the sanding paper. So that's this guy here. Very nice. I can't tell of what material. I believe it's just a thin bit of steel. And then this is a nice flexible rubber, and of course it's got the Velcro grip pad there for the sanding paper. It's also got a plunge cut wood piece here. It does. It's a very nice piece actually. It does have a guide here on the depth of your cut, and that'll come in handy, and I'll show you why later. And of course you've got your Allen key here to remove your tool. Very, very easy to operate. And then it's got it appears to be your top piece for this, or either it's an adapter. Not sure yet, but we'll have a look. So that's it for the unboxing. So there's actually, you get, for what you pay for, $134, you actually get a little bit of a kit for your money. Now, if you step up to an 18 volt range, of course you're going to be paying a premium price, and you should get this stuff as well. But for $134 Australian, this is an absolute bargain. Now I got that from Total Tools, so I'll put a link in the description below if you want to do that. Have a look at that. So I'll get rid of all this just behind me. Now let's talk about the tool here. So it's got a very simple operation. It's got a on and an off button. very, very easy. It's also got a speed control here, so it goes from 1 all the way to 12. It's got their fuel gauge here, absolutely perfect, especially if you want to keep an eye on the battery. Yeah, it's a very simple unit. And now it uses their M12 batteries, so once we pop one of those in, we'll give it a go, see what it can do. Alright, so before we get started on showing you exactly what we can do with this multi-tool, I'm going to show you how to put a blade on there. So included in the kit was this plunge cut blade. It's for wood, and it's got the handy little gauge on the side there for your depth of cut. And let's pop it on there. So we've got our included tool here to remove the little nut here. Take that out. Alright, it's quite a long thread actually. Okay, so you have to take it out all the way. Alright, so we remove the whole thing. And now, of course, this is a multi-tool, and it does have 360 degrees, so you can put it on a right angle if you like, or 45, whatever degree that you think you need it on, especially for those tight spaces. But what we're going to do today is we're just going to put it on forward. So we line it up with the pins here, make sure it's sitting in there flush and you cannot move it. And we're going to put our little piece in there, and then our Allen bolt as well. And we're just going to screw that all the way down. And then we're just going to give it a little bit of a tighten. Not too much that you're going to strip the bolt, but just enough. But as you can see there, it's got no movement in it, and it's ready to go. Alright, so I've set up a little test here. I've got some pine here that we're going to notch out, and we're going to cut a piece over here as well. And just see how good this 12 volt Milwaukee multi-tool really is. Now I do have a fully charged 2 amp hour battery, and I like the 2s and 3s because they fit quite nicely, and they also keep the weight down. So that's in there, and it looks fantastic. It really is a compact unit, especially for those little tight spots that you just can't get with a bigger tool. So another thing that we'll need is hearing protection, because these are quite loud. But actually on initial the initial turn on here, I'm actually incredibly surprised. This is on 12, it's on absolute maximum, and it's actually quite quiet. Very quiet. Now, so we'll turn it on, and we'll see what sort of cut we could get out of the stock blade here. And as you can see there, after tightening up the blade, it's a nice clean, it's a very clean cut. It's actually there's next to no burrs on there. It's on a little bit of an angle because of the way I was holding it. But as you can see there, it just cut through this piece of pine. It's a 90-35. So that's actually quite impressive. So what we'll do is we'll notch you out a little bit too to see what sort of capabilities this has. So we're going to use the depth indicator here, and we're going to go down to 1 inch, and then this is something typically you would do if you wanted to hit something out with your chisel as well, if you wanted to just notch out a little bit. But we might be able to just we'll go down 1 inch, over 1 inch, and through. So we'll have a go at that. Now that worked very well. I will put that on a time lapse because it took a fairly long time, but that was at maximum. And it's a nice clean little cut. I did go too far over here, but you're not supposed to go too far. You're supposed to do your bottom first. But that's a nice little notch out there, and it's yeah, so a 90-35. The blade's quite good. You might benefit by putting a Diablo blade on there, which I'm quite a fan of, the Diablo series. I did notice, because it was a bit of a strenuous task, that it did produce a little bit of a heat. Not too much that you would worry about it, but just enough. Also, that there got down to two bars on the fuel cell. So if you're going to be doing a lot of work with this, I would suggest stepping up to a couple of 3s, because they charge quite quickly. So even if you have to change the battery, it's not too much of a drama. Or go up to, you know, a bigger one, a 4 amp or something like that. But there you have it, guys. So it works quite well. Smash that subscribe button below. Hit the bell and notification so you can see when my videos are coming out. Also, give it a big thumbs up if you like the video. Leave a comment below. That's always helpful. I like a good bit of feedback for the channel. And I'll see you on the next one.